hello to everyone watching this video, both the new subscribers, which I seem to have a lot of, and everyone who was already watching. So anyway, thank you to the new subscribers, of course. It's great to see new people joining the channel and to be getting more feedback, especially. Anyway, this week and a half, 2 weeks have been super duper busy for me. So I should have been vlogging because it would make good vlog content, but I haven't been because I have a really hard time vlogging in the moment. So I'm going to use this time, this finally free time that I have, to kind of recap on these past couple weeks. And since you guys seem pretty interested in what I was doing a week ago in Detroit, I figure I will let you in on some of that as well. The Shell Eco Marathon is it's an efficiency competition where teams from high schools and universities around the world, basically, there are different regional events all over the place, but they build their own cars out of various materials like carbon fiber, and some use sheet metal and all these other materials that they use to basically build a car from scratch. And so there are different fuel types, of course, like electric, which is what our car was, which you saw in the video, hopefully, if you watched the Drib's video. Some are powered by internal combustion engines, so like gas and ethanol and diesel, stuff like that. And then some are powered by hydrogen, so hydrogen fuel cells that convert hydrogen to electricity and then power an electric motor. So, long story short, a couple months before the competition, I talked to Drew. I messaged him on Facebook and I was like, hey, I know you're in the Detroit area and I know you have a background in engineering. Maybe you should come out and check out the competition if it interests you. And he was totally on board. He was like, yes, let me find out when I can do it. And then I didn't really hear back from him for quite a while. So then a couple days before the competition, I was like, well, are you coming or not? And he eventually decided that he could spare a little bit of time in his evening, as you saw, and he came out to the competition and checked out our car and some of the other teams' cars, and then we went and flew. And I guess I'm now making this less of a big deal than it was at the time, but it was a huge deal for me, and it kind of still is. Like, going to fly with the person that is currently my biggest inspiration was phenomenal. Like, it changed FPV, and like, I don't want to say that in a mushy kind of like starstruck kind of way, but like, it totally recharged my FPV goals and my inspirations. And it was just really cool to say that I met my idol, you know. And Drib is a pretty popular guy in the FPV community and vlogging in general. He's obviously not, he doesn't have the most subscribers, but he's definitely getting up there, and for FPV, he has a lot of subscribers. So I really liked meeting him, and he was super nice, super genuine. He's exactly like he is in his vlogs. There's no difference between vlogging Drib and real life Drib. He's such a genuine guy. So that was a phenomenal experience. So that pretty much made my weekend. We did that on Friday. And then after that, the competition continued because we had just passed technical inspection in the Eco Marathon. So on Saturday, there were efficiency runs, which our car competed in. We were able to get several runs in and qualify for the racing part of the weekend, which was arguably the most exciting. Actually, not arguably, it just was the most exciting part of the weekend for the Shell Eco Marathon. So they eventually whittled down the standings to 6 cars lined up, all ready to race, but the key to the race is that you have limited fuel. So you can't just go fast in this race, you have to go fast efficiently, which is where it gets difficult. So they use your previous numbers from the efficiency part of the competition to show, or to measure out how much energy you're going to get for the racing part of the competition. So it becomes a very strategic and yet kind of risky competition, because if you burn all your energy getting out to the front, then you're not going to have any energy left to finish the race. So it was 5 laps, and it had just rained at that point, so we knew the roads of inner city Detroit were going to be slick and sketchy. We'd already seen cars slide out in some of the test runs, and we were scared. I'll be honest, I was scared. I was straight up nervous, even though I was not driving in the competition. I just had to watch. Maybe that was what made it worse. Anyway, so in the braking tests, we'd seen some sliding happening, and we said we have to get seated number 1 or in one of the top spots so that we get a good starting position. So when it came to our practice lap, we went out and just sped out and tried to get the fastest practice lap, which we ended up doing, which gave us the number 1 seat, the number 1 pole position for the race. So we were already in a really good spot at that point. We were seated number 1, and our kind of main rival was seated number 3. So it went kind of us seated on the left and front, and then car number 2, and then car number 3 was directly behind us, which was really good for us because it kind of blocked that third car in. Now, the race started, our car took off, and really kind of continued the race without any problem. It was a really smooth race. We didn't burn excess energy too quickly. We just kind of consistently kept running laps and finished really, really strong. It also helped us that there was a big slide out early in the race, like first or second lap, that caused one of our main rivals to lose a ton of ground on us. So that gave us a big enough gap that we could pretty easily just keep it up and finish the race strong. So we won. We are now the drivers' champions, or however Shell would put that, or the champions of the North and South America. So it's kind of cool. I mean, it's really cool. But now, in a couple weeks, we're heading out to London, England, to compete in the World Championships. So we're guaranteed a seat in the World Championships, 1 out of 9 seats. And we get to travel in Europe a little bit to see the other European cars, which I'll hopefully vlog, actually, about that, because how could I not when it's such a cool experience? And hopefully meet some cool people. So I hope this kind of outlined what that weekend was. I hope this gave you guys a better insight into kind of what Drew's vlog was all about and kind of how we met up and how that went. And of course, I took a bunch of flight footage. It's still kind of shaky because I'm still trying to figure out the right props and the right tune for my new build, because I haven't had a whole lot of time to just go out and tune with it. Just get in solid tuning, you know. But Drew gave me a pair of his racecraft props, or a set of his racecraft props, and that helped a lot. So I think I just need to do some more tweaking with that, and yeah, hopefully it'll be all good. So of course you will see some of the flight footage from that, and maybe a little footage of Drew. I really should have vlogged more. It was kind of terrible of me not to, but I was living in the moment. I had to just hang out with Drew and watch him do his vlog thing. So I'm not that sad about that.
Inside lane, missing exits, glued to the pavement. Between the lines, I'll keep my gaze straight ahead as the last stop flies by. No more waiting for the gun to fire. No more walking through revolving doors. I've gone around once, I don't need to go around anymore. Break away, forget your sober case. Stop dwelling on empty words. Stop stalling in the doorway and cancel the cruise control. Switch it in the manual. Don't you wanna feel right? stalling in the doorway and cancel the cruise control. Switching in the manual. Don't you wanna feel right again? Don't you wanna feel whole? Don't you wanna feel?
Oh yeah, yep.
Anyway, I hope that kind of cleared things up for you. And if you have any questions, of course, definitely leave them in the comments. I'm always open to answering stuff about this engineering program at my high school. So, absolutely. Thanks for subscribing, guys. Make sure you tell your friends. I want to keep building on my subscriber base and maybe get some more sponsors out there. And actually, that's one other thing I should touch on. Recently, within probably these past couple 2 weeks, RunCam became a sponsor of NautilusFPV, so that's kind of cool. I now get a discount on RunCam's products, which is really, really neat. It's my first actual sponsor as an FPV pilot, so it's kind of a big deal to me. I'm very pleased with it. So thank you to RunCam, of course, for supporting these videos and for supporting young pilots like me. And thank you, Drib, for taking me out for an awesome time flying. So anyway, I'll catch you guys in the next video, and happy flying.